Hey everyone, and welcome back. I am TN Eagle. This is episode 11 of our Madden 15 My Player franchise. And right now we're kind of struggling a little bit. We're at 4-4, so we got a couple games this episode. Hopefully we can right the ship and see where we're going. But you can see here some season stats for us. We have 29 tackles, 3 for loss, and a sack. But we have moved up into that first string middle linebacker position, so hopefully we can continue our momentum and see where we end up. Guys, if you're enjoying the series, please remember to drop a like, please comment, please subscribe. I'm actually getting really close to 250 subscribers, so I'd like to thank you very much for that. It is much appreciated. But we're going to jump right into the game here against Carolina. We're going to start off early in the game and kind of get sent on a blitz, but Cam just kind of dumps it right over our head, so we're unable to really be involved a whole lot in that play. But we'll move ahead now, 3rd and 6. It's kind of looking like a screen, so we're going to jump out there, and a pretty nice job there from our middle linebacker position to get out there, and we actually were able to stop him short of the first down, so a good hold there on defense. And then, again, I'm kind of still struggling a little bit with my block shedding, and not sure if it's so much the block shedding or the strength, because my block shedding stats are pretty high, so I just have to kind of keep working on that and see where we can get. But they're just kind of pushing us down the field right now, and defensively, I wouldn't say we're a poor defense collectively, but I wouldn't say we're exactly stellar either, which I guess would kind of mirror the Eagles in real life, where they're kind of a bend but don't break type of defense right now. So I would say it's kind of reflecting pretty well into Madden 15, but right now, the first quarter is coming to an end, and they hand it off there. I'm right there, but again, with the block shedding, I just couldn't get into the right position to do anything. But so now it's 3rd and 1. They're coming in, and we're able to get the stop there. I really wasn't in on the play, but just thought I would show it. It's pretty nice there to get the stop, and we were able to hold them to a field goal. But then they do get the ball. They drive right back down the field. And there, we actually get in on a pretty nice play there and just kind of stuffing the run. And then Cam Newton's going to take off, and we're going to run him down. I think it was more of the angle there, but you can see there we now have the 1 sack and 3 tackles in this game. So not a bad first half so far, and we're getting pretty late into the second quarter, and hopefully we can come up big, and we do not. So Carolina is able to score there. So now we're in a little bit of a hole. As a team, we're down 10-0. We had the ball very briefly. I wasn't sure if it was a turnover or not, but Cam again taking Carolina, and they're running out of time in the first half. You can see Rivera, he's going to call the TO, and they will actually end up getting a field goal on that drive. So now we're down 13-0. Cam's going to take off again. We're going to stuff him again. He actually gained a couple yards there, but that was a pretty good job there. We were in man coverage. We were able to come off of our man and make a pretty nice tackle right there. So, again, though, 13-0, and offensively, what are we doing? I mean, the Eagles' offense is supposed to be a juggernaut, and it just seems these last few games, they haven't been putting any points on the board. Defensively, I figure if you can hold a team under, 14, 15 points in the NFL, 17 even, you should have a decent opportunity to win the game. And right now, the offense is just not really contributing. We may have to call a players-only meeting or something, but we're doing pretty good in there in our first-string position, able to get in on a lot of plays and really kind of getting acclimated to what we need to do in order to be effective, and kind of what type of formations that I need to kind of contain on the outside or get on the inside. But for the most part, I would say my weakness is, of course, my pass coverage or my zone coverage. Now here, you said did a pretty decent job of dropping back and allowing the play to kind of develop in front of me, which is what I've really been kind of working on. As I drop back and just wait. But sometimes, I'll drop back and there'll be no one there, and I'm not sure what to do, so I end up kind of running around and getting out of position. So I just have to kind of learn to kind of stick to my position. But here, we're down 13-0. We're in a lot of trouble. And the defense may be able to bail us out of this game late in the fourth quarter. We pick it up. We're going to take that one to the house, and that will close the gap. A really nice touchdown right there from Smith, the third. It was actually the draft pick, one of the higher draft picks for the Eagles this year. So nice to see him getting involved as well. And then here, we're going to get involved ourselves. Game is running down. There's only a minute left. That's a huge stop that's going to get the ball into our offense's hands. And what do? Nothing. They do nothing. But you can see there, we did lead the team in tackles, led the game in tackles. Actually, we had 7 tackles, with 1 for loss being the sack that we had on Cam Newton. So that's pretty good there. A couple games in a row that we're able to actually lead both teams in tackles. So hopefully we can work on increasing our block shedding and strength, because again, you can see here the block shedding, we're at 80, which is pretty good. So I'm like, okay, well maybe it's the strength that I need to work on, and the strength actually takes a little bit more XP in order to get that built up. So I'm like, okay, well I didn't really improve anything last time, so I went ahead and I used the XP points on this one, but I did not, in fact, increase any of the things that we just talked about as far as the strength and the block shedding. But I'm thinking our next training session we'll have to probably save up and be able to have enough XP to increase that. So, but we're going to jump into our next game, and this one is against Green Bay. And at this point now we're what 4-5, and it's we're past halfway in the season. We are under the 500 mark, so not looking great for us. And you can see here, this is what I was talking about earlier, my zone, and I kind of bit on the play action there. I bit pretty hard, actually. But as I moved up, Jordy Nelson came across the field, and he was able to grab that reception. Fortunately, he wasn't able to stay in bounds. And then we'll try to make up for it here on this second down play, and we'll just bust through the line, and we'll take Eddie Lacy down for a loss there. We'll get a nice replay there from up in the booth. But now we'll move up to 3rd and goal, and I'm like, okay, we're kind of on man-to-man coverage. Hopefully we can stay with our guy. We do stay with him, and that's a pretty nice stop again with our bend but don't break defense. And we were to hold him to a field goal. Offensively, we were able to score a touchdown on our possession, so that does put us up 7-3. And you can see there, Eddie Lacy's struggling a little bit. He's got 5 attempts, and he's only got 6 yards, so we're doing a pretty good job on him defensively. And now on 3rd and 7, the second quarter is starting to run down. I'm unable to get in there, but we did get some pressure from the outside. Looked like a corner blitz with Williams coming in and getting the heat on Rodgers. So we're doing pretty well. And then we're going to move into the third quarter. But now you can see offensively, now we're putting up some points. It is 21-6. We're doing a good job. Now here's that same play that they ran before. I was actually able to get back there and cover that, which again was more of a cover sack and led to a sack for us on defense. So that's the difference between actually being in position and being out of position, and giving up some yards and then allowing our defense to get to Aaron Rodgers. And then here again, I'm playing my position. I saw the guy out there wide, and I left some room there just in case Rodgers was going to run, but he did kind of dump it off the outside, and we were able to get out there and make the tackle. So, pretty good. We're getting better as far as our coverage is concerned, but it's still just a work in progress. But Eddie Lacy, again, 8 rushes, 19 yards. That's some solid defense. Now here we're going to move late into the fourth quarter. 7 minutes left. Green Bay with the ball. Lacy again, he has nowhere to go at all. And actually, I guess I wouldn't be late in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes. Actually just the beginning of the fourth quarter with our 7-minute quarters. But moving ahead, you can see that Green Bay had indeed scored, so it's 21-16. Now we're thinking, okay, we need to come up with some stops. And we're able to get in there, some nice gang tackling there from the Eagles. And we're able to get in there and get a piece of that tackle for ourselves as well. So now it's 4th and 6. What are we doing? They're right down there. If we can hold them, we can win. If they score, we're going to probably end up losing this game. So we got to come up pretty big. Rodgers got some time, and now he's going to have to scramble out, and we're able to get the sack. So that is a great hold by us as a defensive unit. And we're able to get out of there with a much-needed win to bring us back to 500 for the season at 5-5. And you can see for the game, we had 3 tackles, 3 solo, 4 total with a tackle for loss. And that'll do it for this game and this episode, guys. Again, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Very thoughtful, I guess. And then his team name is Last Place FC. So, again, we're going to go in and we're going to see what we can do against a team that's not quite 100 chem, but he's only at 96. So, I mean, not a big issue, I don't think, as far as chemistry is concerned. But we'll see what we can do. I would say, hopefully, teams without full